people are two different sectors.
But like you said, men are good. They work the hardest jobs.
Mm-hmm.
They have more
plumbing, plumbing, electricity, like everything.
So if we look at men in that way, that's their skill set. In places like war, it would make sense that the women would be controlling. You
didn't say that.
Controlling and organizing the war, and that the men would actually go out and fight.
But they wouldn't.
Tell me you did not just say that.
Know all the logistics. They have to be a soldier themselves to know.
No. Like when people go to war, the soldier doesn't know everything. They get given commands. There's someone that organizes
from a general
from somebody who's got experience and actually been on the battlefield.
No. Most generals have never been on the battlefield.
How do they get what they get?
They normally go to university. They get degrees in like math. Like,
is that true?
Question. Yes. Are you high or just incredibly stupid? I assure you, I am not high.
You know, like all the medals of this is everything I've gone through.
There's different sort of ranks. So there's like, if you're talking about SAS, then everyone's going to be out in combat. But if you're talking about things like large wars and large things that are organized by large organizations, let's say like, you said the American army, it's not going to be just organized by just soldiers. Not everyone in that army will go and fight. There'll be people that will organize things. There'll be intelligence, surveillance, things like that. People that collect information and use it. People that have like master's degrees, PhDs, like maths,
right,
and understand certain things.
I see your logic, but I see your logic. But where it's flawed is that, and this is from, you can read. Have you heard of the book *Sapiens* by Yuval Noah Harari?
This is out of *Sapiens*.
So in that book, he talks about why female-led societies didn't do as well as they should have done if your examples were correct. And he said that when it comes to organizing groups, men are better when it comes to large scale, whilst women are better when it comes to small. So small social factions where it's like mothers and the children. When it large scale, you need to be able to
you have to have a common myth.
You have to have a common myth to unite people, and men are much better at providing that myth than women are. So by that same logic, men are still better at leadership than women will, because women are better in small scales, not large scales.
I understand what you're saying. 1 second, let me move this down. But I feel like what you're saying applies to all genders. So when you're with a large group of people, you need a common myth, and I don't think that's dependent on gender. And like Pearl said before,
history tells us it is, though, because again, what that book depicts is that what the most optimal function in society is what lives to tell the tale. So if women were just as good at providing myth, then there would be massive female-led societies that had their own, let's just say, like they had their own continent that would be doing their thing, but they don't, and they had the opportunity to do so.
I'm quoting the same book as you. I'm quoting the same example, a similar example from this book, and it says there's a cognitive dissonance where women have the skills to lead, but they're just not put in that leadership role, and men have the typical skills and traits.
But then wouldn't you say they're not good at it? Like
I didn't say they weren't good at it. I'm just saying that women also have the quality.
No, but I'm saying like okay, I could say, oh, I'm really good at volleyball, but if I never played and never did it well, then like okay, I could say redheads are better at volleyball. But then if redheads never play volleyball and never do it well, you can't say redheads are better at volleyball. So saying like women are better leaders, but if they don't,
or some redheads proud
if you use the example, okay, I'm good at I'm going to be good at volleyball, but you've never played. And I say, but Pearl's a good athlete. She'd probably be good at volleyball. That's probably what I'm trying to say, is that women have the capacity to do these things because they have these skills from other places. So they have people skills, they have listening skills. They can be quite organized. They have a lot of stamina for certain things.
I don't know, because I think the best leaders are better. They're not really the best listeners. They tell you what to do.
I think the best leader is someone that is respected by other people, but can also understand what needs to be done now. They can prioritize.
This is a super chat. It says the best leaders are those who are not only good with people, but they must be able to have an arbitrary or an impartial view on any given topic in conflict, which best facilitates the larger good. Men are more logical and empirical versus women. So it's just like, yeah.
I feel like women can prioritize as well, and I feel like that's a key.
You keep feeling it. I feel like it's all feelings.
Because it's a subjective opinion. It's my opinion.
I know, but I
yours.
just think like I've always preferred like male bosses because we get emotional, we get in our feelings with stuff.
You know, yeah, women and women.
Okay, that is true. That is true. I don't really get on with the women bosses.
But you know.